Twilight of the Dead news is starting to roll in as George A. Romero's final zombie movie is heading into production. When Romero died in 2017, he had one last zombie movie planned in the decade-spanning franchise he started with 1968's Night of the Living Dead. While the last three of the Living Dead movies didn't compare with the first three that Romero directed, there is still great love and anticipation for the zombie movies made by the near-undisputed master of the genre. Twilight of the Dead is set to be the seventh zombie movie in Romero's franchise. While Romero passed away in 2017, it is based on the treatment he wrote before his death. If it wasn't for Romero's zombie creations, there wouldn't be The Walking Dead, there wouldn't be movies like Shaun of the Dead or 28 Days Later, and soon fans will see how the master had planned to finish his franchise with Twilight of the Dead. Though the project was largely shrouded in mystery for quite some time, major updates are finally starting to arrive. Over a year after the last bit of news surfaced regarding the zombie movie, the latest update confirms that Milla Jovovich and Betty Gabriel have been cast in Twilight of the Dead, via Deadline. The two names constitute the first casting that has been confirmed for the horror sequel, and Jovovich is no stranger to battling the undead after starring in the blockbuster Resident Evil film franchise. Betty Gabriel is no stranger to horror herself, having starred in movies like Get Out and Unfriended, The Dark Web. At this juncture, nothing is known about their roles. Besides the casting news, it seems as if Twilight of the Dead is finally getting a move on, and production is reportedly set to start in March 2025. With recognizable names like Jovovich attached, it's assumed that Romero's last zombie picture will be a more star-studded affair than previous outings, and the chance to be part of horror history might inspire other stars to join. Twilight of the Dead is confirmed. Romero's final zombie movie is on the way. Zombies burst into an elevator and lunge toward the camera in Dawn of the Dead. Twilight of the Dead is confirmed as the next, and last, movie by George A. Romero and the final chapter in the franchise that he started with Night of the Living Dead. Before he died in 2017, Romero had started writing Twilight of the Dead, and the unfinished treatment is the basis for the new film. Finally, in 2021, it was confirmed that Twilight of the Dead was being made, but the news was somewhat slow until the project got rolling in 2023. In September 2023, it was announced, via Deadline, that Brad Anderson had been hired to helm the zombie flick. A bit of a departure for Anderson, Twilight of the Dead is a far cry from his award-winning film, The Machinist, which put the director on the map in 2004. Anderson spoke glowingly about the franchise's rich history, saying Twilight of the Dead production status. When will the dead arrive? Bub listens excitedly to music on headphones in Day of the Dead. Because the project is still in the works, no release date has been announced for Twilight of the Dead, and the movie's timeline is unclear. In the summer of 2023, it was revealed that the film would begin shooting in September of that year, but that report proved to be untrue, and more than a year passed without any additional updates. Then, in November 2024, a more concrete shooting start time of March 2025 was revealed alongside the casting of Milla Jovovich and Betty Gabriel.